Rowe Price portfolio manager Tony Wang. Apple is the top holding in the Science and Technology Fund. Tony, good to have you on. Where do we start here? I mean, we had our first panel of the hour talking about how what we heard from Apple today was more evolutionary than revolutionary. Want to get your thoughts on that, and perhaps just as importantly, what this partnership with OpenAI and what Musk just tweeted, whether we should make some hay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's actually a really big upgrade, and I think generative AI is really changing the way we interact with technology. And gone are the days where you'd have to go through and click a bunch of buttons to get something done. Instead, you can talk to your phone, kind of have like an AI smart assistant or chatbot to be able to go through those really repetitive and cumbersome steps. And so for me, I think it's a big upgrade for the iOS. It's exciting that they're choosing the best large language model with ChatGPT. And I think they're going to rotate depending on what the use case is with ChatGPT or their own large language model. But overall, I think it's a really exciting kind of upgrade where it does give consumers something new to look forward to with their iPhone, and also developers something pretty substantial to develop on. And so I think we're going to see a lot of innovation in the App Store that's going to be on the Apple platform.
It's interesting to hear you talk about innovation in the App Store. Do you think the biggest beneficiary of this is Apple, especially if it propels an upgrade cycle, or is it some of those companies that are going to develop offerings on the system?
I think it's going to be both. In terms of Apple, the iPhone's really the remote control to your life. And I think it continue to be that with generative AI infused in it. And I think that Apple also, it's really a kind of virtuous cycle where Apple's got a great platform, developers develop on it, and then Apple can take kind of their revenue share of those profits. And so I think it's both, and we're going to have a lot of innovation that we can't predict today. Like, we didn't know that Uber would be developed 10 years ago and what it's become, for example. And so a lot to kind of look forward to, and I think it's going to be beneficial for both Apple and developers.
Tony, I think what some might be missing here, and if I can say that, this is a massive user interface problem and opportunity that Apple is tackling here on the scale of the original graphical user interface, the mouse that Apple picked up with the Mac, and then the touchscreen that Apple also innovated on with the original iPhone. Except here, you're talking to something, and how easy is it going to be? If they crack this and crack it for the whole platform, there's a potential to make a huge amount of money and create the first mover ecosystem in AI, isn't there?
Absolutely. I totally agree. And I think that Apple's kind of earned the trust to do that with your data. And they have the suite of hardware products and the ecosystem of developers to do so. And so, when I think about what Siri could become and their demos of Siri, I thought that was pretty impressive. Being able to talk to your phone and have something kind of automated or done in a way that is really elegant, I think is a game changer. And so if they do get this right, if Siri does become what I think people need it to become, I think there's a big opportunity here for Apple.